Okay. Hey, hey everybody. Got a song for you. But I don't want y'all to look at me when I sing it because I'm a little shy. Keep in mind I'm not an artist, okay? Okay, listen. Look at my children. Love the way Glenn Miller played. Songs that make the hit parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. And we know where we were then. Girls were girls and men were men. Missed that we could use a love like Herbert Hubert again. Didn't need no welfare state. Everybody pulled his weight. G.R.O. LaSalle ran great. Those were the days. Just kidding, y'all. Remember that song from All in the Family? That's where the Jeffersons got the spinoff from. What's going on, peoples? Y'all come on in. Oh, come on in. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Y'all ain't been sending me no top tens. My man six quit on me. No top tens. No what you call it? Prank phone calls. We supposed to be pranking somebody. Hey, boo. Oh man, my daughter game, my grandbaby game tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, you sent me a bunch. I'm saying, I did them darn near all of them, didn't I? But I appreciate it. I really do. My grandbaby. Oh my God. I can't. You know what? Listen, let me ask you this, y'all. Mama Six, I know you know. What software are you guys using like to create the background? I know I need a green screen in the back or whatever, sheet, whatever. But what software do y'all use like to do the background and the logos and all that good stuff? Oh, okay. Don't forget to tell me, okay? Don't forget to tell me. Don't forget. I hope this whoever this out here blowing is not blowing for me because they'll be blowing and waiting. I don't answer horns. My kids, my daughters do not answer horns. I told them I raised debutantes, young queens. We don't do curb service. If anybody want us, I don't male or female, you come in, knock the door, or call. But don't blow your horn because you will not. That is, ooh, I can't stand it. I can't hold it. I can't stand it. See, I got my little old faithful little house thing on, do laundry and all that kind of stuff. I think I found a place, guys. I think I found a place. It's a few miles from here, but it's in the suburbs, not in Detroit, you know. But it's not far from my daughter's job, and I'm thinking about, well, I'm like eager about getting in there before the holiday, you know. Trying to do the brows thing. It's a little smaller than I want, but it's because of the physical problems what I have with my hands and my legs and back and stuff. I can handle keeping up the maintenance of it and stuff myself, and I don't have to worry about, trying to get help doing my daily essentials. I could keep it the way I want to, and um, you know, I would like to have a bigger kitchen, but you know, and I don't know why, but I am like, I love to have a window over my sink. Is that just me? I love to have a window over the sink for whatever reason. I think I got spoiled like when I was coming up. And you know how in all of the storybooks, grandma bakes the apple pie and she puts it in the windowsill up over the sink. Yolanda! Oh my God. I just want to thank God for my mother, my father, my mom in heaven, my brother in heaven, my father and my sister in heaven, for Yolanda coming on tonight because I'm just, oh my, oh, I'm so elated. I'm so elated. I'm so elevated at this point. Mm. Yoli's in the hair. Yoli's in the hair. So shut your mouth. So shut your mouth. So girl, how was your Saturday? How's everybody's Saturday? Mama, did what you doing? Oh, you got a show tonight, don't you, Mama? Don't you got a show tonight? That grown people show. Yo, what you do today, girl? mm, I really think my brother is done with me now. You didn't do anything today? Good. You probably needed the rest. I think my brother is done with me for real, y'all. My brother Larry. I think he pretty much done with me, y'all. I love him, but you got a job. I got a job too. I started about a week ago. It's a little part time. It's really nothing to brag about, but it's a blessing. Preach! Hey! What's going on, bro? What's going on? Yep, it's part time, Yolanda. Um, but it's something that I could handle, you know. And yeah, it's just a little part time, temporary kind of thing. There's no biggie, but it helps me to especially because I'm moving soon, you know. So yeah, that part. I got a lot of stuff to go through, y'all. Y'all gotta figure. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you how to help. I'm gonna call you. Don't mean nothing. Most people that apply get denied. Don't worry about it. I got you though. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna tell you just how to do it. You hear me? Listen to your sister. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Listen to me. You hear me? We're gonna talk on the phone. I'm gonna tell you. This is what my mother did until she took her last breath. And my mother had a 95% success rate. You hear me? She got people on that the attorneys couldn't get on because she knew what she was doing. Listen to your sister. I got you. They always deny. Oh, okay. They always deny you. Most people on the first time, unless you really know what you're doing. Like my mom, it's okay. Most of the time, she will already had the appeal process ready. Listen, let me tell you something about the lawyer thing. The Lord, let it go. You can do it. Listen to your sister. I'm help you. I'm help you because the good thing about it is you got denied, and if you had a pro bono where they took your case and you didn't have to pay anything if you didn't win, cool. Because your appeal and all that part, we gonna try to get you to do it on your own by yourself. Because I'm going to tell you how to do it, and you're gonna get it, and you're gonna keep your money because you would have to pay your lawyer a third of it plus attorney fees. Now they say that it's just a third, but it's not true. They charge you a third, plus they'll charge you for printing, testimony, a whole bunch of other crap that they said that they did and they did not do. So listen to your sister. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna help you, but you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen. We're gonna talk over the phone. You gotta forget what you already knew. Forget what everything. Unlearn. But I got you. I'm gonna help you, and I bet you're gonna get it. And then they're gonna go back and they're gonna pay you from when you became first became disabled because you're applying for SSA, not SSI. But I got you, and I we'll talk, but not on here. This is not the place for it. So we'll talk. So I just want to say hello to everybody that's on there, and guess who's still celebrating being over 100? That's right. That's me. That's your girl, man. I Oh, legal shield. Mm, mm. So you have legal shield. That's a good thing to have. I gotta look into that, y'all. I have to look into that. Actually, someone wanted me to do that, and I should. I think I'm gonna start. You know, uh, being a representative for Legal Shield or something. Make some extra money on the side. Cause Jay Wilson, he has Legal Shield. Yeah. Oh wow. Well, that's good. That's real good. That's real good. That's real good. Hmm. Y'all, my baby took us, me and my son, to breakfast this morning. To That's okay, boo. That's okay. I was asking you about, I was asking you about, the program that everybody use to, yeah, you're gonna appeal. We're gonna talk about it though. Preach after. Call me like when it's a good time to talk, so we can talk about it, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, we'll talk about it. But I'm gonna tell you what the Lord is not gonna tell you. Okay. But I was asking you, Mama, about a program or app or whatever they use for the to do the vlogs and stuff where they have how they have the background and all of that kind of stuff in the crawler across the bottom of the screen and the little logos and all that kind of stuff. I really want to be able to do all that at some point once I move because I'm gonna have a place where I do my lives and lighting and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be cool. Don't listen. Don't get mad because preach. I'm telling you, 90%, 99% of the people that apply get denied first. It happens every time. They get denied first. But I'm gonna tell you how to do it. Don't worry. Ain't no need to worry what tomorrow's gonna bring. It'll be all Victoria. Victoria. When I hear your name, honey, it makes me want to clutch the pearls, sit up straight, and speak with this English accent. Yeah, it is frustrating. It absolutely it is. You held your anger in. It's all smiles, Victoria. It's all smiles, honey. All laugh, giggles, and gags, boo. Laughs, giggles, and gags. LGG. Look, let me quit because somebody think I'm talking about LGBT or something. But LGG is laughs, giggles, gags. So all we do up over here is LGG. Laugh, giggle, and gag. So, oh, Victoria was there. Okay. You had to grit your teeth. Oh, Oh, well, we got to keep our composure. Keep our composure. Your the house, this one house that I saw, I really like it. Let me tell you why my daughter didn't like the house. Because she said because the basement ceiling was too low. Because the basement ceiling was too low. What after? Oh, I got it. Okay, I see. So she didn't want to move into this house, which had the perfect amount of rent. Um, Everything else about it was decent. I mean, we're not buying the house; we're renting it for a little while, whatever. She didn't like it because she said the basement ceiling was too low. I don't know. I'm like, she said, when I sit, if I were to sit down, my head is gonna come right here to the ceiling. If she was to sit down, her head was gonna come right here to the ceiling. Not stand up, sit down. Girl, stop it. Her input is very important because she's 22 and she works and she gonna help pay the rent. She and I are splitting the bills, so yeah. So we kept looking, but everything that she finds is like $200-300 more than what I want to pay a month. Because, like I told her, see, we've been in the same house since she was a year old, or right before she turned one. Been in the same house, so that's consistency for her. She doesn't know anything about paying bills or moving or any of that because she's never had to do it. So when she said, "Oh, yeah, that's nothing. $1,000 a month is nothing for rent." Well, that's because you don't realize you're not, and you're not gonna, like I told her. She gives me now $125 twice a month. It's Victoria. It's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than that. There are things going. It's more than just the leaks. If it was that simple, baby, yeah. But it's a lot more. It's a lot more than that. Um it's not just the plumbing. The roof is bad. The furnace. Um I can't get any assistance with um some of I mean it's just way too much for me anymore. And then um my house is really big. It's like I got 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. Upstairs, two of the bedrooms are upstairs. There's a long walk-in closet and a den. Then on this floor, there are 2 bedrooms, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. Then the basement is finished and it has a half bathroom. The part where my salon hair salon part is, then where the part where my bedroom was, and then another part where it's just a little open area or whatever, or entertainment kind of area. So, and then the wash area. So the basement is really as big as the house. So it's as big as the whole floor. You know what I mean? And but it costs so much to heat it. My screen is frozen still. It costs so much to heat the house. You know, I needed whole entire roof. Um, you know, the upkeep of it, it needs to be painted. It's a frame house. The insurance and stuff is the homeowners insurance and everything in this area is high. The school system is terrible, and I have a 9-year-old son with special needs, and I've been trying to get an IEP for him for 2 years. I've requested it in writing. I've gone to the board and everything else, and I still haven't gotten it. And now I just talked to them, yes, no, day before yesterday, and they told me that it still won't be till January because that's how behind they are in DPS, Detroit Public Schools. Meanwhile, he's still getting kicked out of school. He's not learning, and that's a great big part of it. Then, honey, Thursday, he was late getting home from school. I think I was starting to tell you guys about this. They had a shootout at the school. It's adjacent to a high school. And jumped on some guy. He came back with a shotgun, shot the elementary school up. So, it's just time. Sometimes you just have to, like Kenny Rogers say, you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to walk away. Then I have taxes on the house, the taxes in this area. After I became disabled, I got sick. I fell behind on some stuff, and the back taxes are. I don't have a mortgage or any of that, but all of those things. Then the water bill is really, really, really super extremely high from the leaks and stuff like. So there's just so much, baby. It's just so much, and it's to the point to where it's taking its toll on me physically. You know, I'm stressed out, chest pains, blood pressure high because I'm trying to figure out. Okay, trying and I'm chasing stuff. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I gotta pay 500 on that. Then I gotta pay 400 on this, and then I gotta pay this, and I gotta pay that, and I gotta do this. So I can't get a chance to get it fixed. Exactly. It's very hard when you by yourself, and then you're trying to get stuff fixed. It's like spinning your wheels, and you're not getting anywhere. And being like when you have one income that's that's reliable, because my daughter works every day, but she's 22 years old. I can't expect for her to just put all of her money in on something that I've had since she was born. So, we're gonna just fall back, let somebody stay in it who can work on it while they're staying here, and they'll do it in exchange for rent and to have somewhere to stay and fix the internal things. And then um, later on, as we're able to get the other stuff taken care of, it's definitely time for a change. Yolanda, I'm so unhappy. Then you got to figure too, Victoria, sweetie, and Yolanda, everybody. You got to figure, I purchased a home from my dad. Something on my mouth, sorry. Purchased a home from my daddy. Um, So overall, my family has been in this house over almost 40 years, pretty much. Um, so and the house was built in 1926. It's an old house, but structurally, it's perfect, you know. But it's like um, when my mother passed away, this is where I was living. When my brother passed away, this is where I was living. A lot of my friends, best friends from high school and everything like that, this is where I was when they passed away, even. And when we used to hang out together back in the high school days. So I feel like I'm stagnated. You know what I'm saying? Although God has blessed me, y'all, for over 20 years to hold on to this house as a single mom and raise my kids, I kind of feel stagnated because I feel like I've been looking at these same walls for all these years. I just, yeah, I think so, Mama. I live in Michigan. I live in Michigan. And my dad, I don't know. I think I'd be happier somewhere else, you know. And all of the people that I knew, that like we went from having a block of 50 some odd homes occupied to maybe, I think there are 9 active families on this block now. Out of 50 something, it's like 9. The houses all around us have been vandalized. They don't keep up with them. You know, it's just crazy. 48 years, and it's hard to let. Yup, it's really hard to let go, huh? It's real. I'm glad y'all get it. Cause it's like sometimes you go to feeling like, dang, you know, my house is Victoria depressing me. It is. It's depressing me because I feel like when I fix one thing, something else goes wrong. But at the same time, it keeps reminding me over and over that who's not here anymore. Because my dad was really sick. I was taking care of him, and he was actually sleeping. I need to call her. He was actually sleeping in the very room that I'm sitting in right now. You know, he was sleeping in this room. And when I look around in the chair, this massage chair that, and y'all want y'all to see all my boxes and stuff I got packed up. You can't even see. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. You see this massage chair right here? I bought this massage chair for my dad. Um, and when I see, I own it. I own it. I don't owe anything on it either. But but the back taxes and water bills and stuff like that. But yeah, and that's why I always say, and I'm digressing for a moment, but that's why I say, when people were talking about Jay Wilson begging people for money and taking people money and blah 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 blah, but when he took that money up for those 4 people, I think it was that first time that he took that money up, I was one of those ones that he helped because the water bill was so high, y'all. Um, they came and shut it off for a couple of days. So when Jay sent that money and I got that money from him, I was able to get it restored. That's what I did with it. You know, I was able to get it restored. So as soon as he sent it, I had just enough that I was holding on to. I put it with what he sent, took it right around because I'm around the corner from the water company. Took it right around the corner, put it on the desk, got the water right back on. So, you know, I'm grateful for that, y'all. And I thank anybody that's in this room that was over there. Thank you. Thank you. Why you retract your statement, Mama? Thank you. Thank you for your help. Thank you for being there, But I'm better than that right now, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's just it's just time to let go. And I really, for me to not live in it, not necessarily let the house go, but for me to not stay in it. And then it's too much, you know what I'm saying? And what happens is I keep allowing people to use me because I have so much space. People are like, oh, I don't have anywhere to go. Can I stay with you for a little while? And then not only they come, they don't help. They don't want to pay anything. When it's time to go, yep, yep. When it's time to go, it's time to, you know what I'm saying? Time to get your jetting. So you said Connections in Academy is a public on. See, you know what? Because I know my limitations, Mama. I know my limitations, and although I'm good at trying to keep him going in school and that, I know my limitations when it comes to homeschooling. That ain't my calling. Mm-mm, that ain't my calling. One, I need a break from him. during the day. He need a break from me. Two, um, I have, because of the illnesses that I have, the osteoarthritis and the degenerative joint disease and the fibromyalgia. There are a lot of days that I don't feel well, you know, and so it's like I just feel like, oh my God. I mean, when I wake up in the morning, I feel like a truck hit me. Like I like I have whiplash all over my body or something. And so it takes me a minute to get up and to get moving. I have to sit up, and I sit on the side of the bed, rubbing my legs and rocking for like 20, 30 minutes before I can even move, because, I gotta get, and then when I walk, I'm off balance for a minute. And, I've had a hip replacement, but I have to have both of my knees done. So I walk with a slight limp. All of those things come into play, and I don't want to deny him an adequate education, because today mommy don't really feel like her arm, leg, and stuff. I want him to have the fullness of what he's entitled to. And I think that, he'll be able to get it once he gets his IEP, because his IEP is able to go to school with him, do, go right along from now until he gets his doctorate degree. You know what I'm saying? He'll be able to have that assistance. Title One funds pays for it. He's entitled to it. I pay taxes, period. Because even, listen, even if I cater, babysit, hair, whatever I do, y'all, I pay my taxes on that money. So I make sure I do what I have to do. I pay my taxes on that money. So, yep, I do what I'm supposed to do. So, as a taxpayer in these United States of America, hey, my son is entitled to that. So I want him to have it. I know my limitations in it, homeschooling. I couldn't even do online classes. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm. Cause I gotta. Mm-mm. I need hands on. I'm practical, you know, which is why I ended up going to the school that I went to. UD Mercy. It's a thing, and Brother Jay, it's highly accredited. So just so you know, instead of going to Wayne State, because um UD Mercy is more practical. It's more hands on, and I can put my hands on my, you know, Wayne State is more theoretical, a lot more reading, a lot more this, a lot more that. And because I believe I got adult ADHD, because when I read, I got to read some stuff over a few times before, and I have to read it sometimes out loud to myself in order to whatever. Now I can read through the whole book in no time, but if it's something that I have to read versus something that I want to read, for some reason, it's harder for me to read it. I don't know if that sounds strange or not, but I can read a novel, like a Michael Baisden or a Stephanie Perry novel, or Elaine Harris or somebody like that, and I can read those, and I can read them in a day, the whole book, and like, whoo, that was a good book. But if I read uh the foundations of statistics or something like that, because I have to, it's like, oh my God, I don't understand this. I gotta keep reading and keep reading. Then I have to write and take notes, but I'm a good note taker. So, because of those things, I know that I wouldn't be the right one to school him, homeschool him. Now, if I had to, don't get me wrong, I'd do it and I'd be good at it. But I don't. That's a burden I don't want to carry. I feel like I'd be doing something that I really don't want to be committed to no one. Oh, I hope I said that, with a good understanding so you guys don't think, that I'm tripping or whatever. Okay, let me see. What did I miss? Especially around health, happy and unhealthy, yes. And then look into connections. Can we talk about that? That's distractions from everything that you, mm-hmm, from everything that I'm dealing with. Yeah, my throat is dry. I had some coffee earlier. Oh, I was gonna say my daughter took my brother, my son and I. Oh, my brother, thank you, Jesus. My son and I to breakfast this morning. Um. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got you. Uh. When she took us to breakfast, we went to a place, the place that um I used to take the girls to when they were, all coming up or whatever. We I always took um my girls every Saturday. We did something every Saturday morning. We would either go down to the Eastern Market, it's like a farmer's market or what have you. Every Saturday morning at 6 something in the morning, we get up and we get together and we'll go down to the Eastern Market, and they have the farmer's market restaurant. And so the things that they fresh ham, fresh eggs, everything from the farm, and we stop and have breakfast, and then we shop along the 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 market, and sometimes they have karaoke outside, jazz music playing, or live bands, and it's just the atmosphere. Like this part of the year is the part that I. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, baby. We could have left it on there. Um, like this is my time of the year that I like to ride along the freeway, see the leaves colors change, and my first hot cider and donuts, and our first cup of bowl of soup or a pot of chili or whatever the case may be. Those types of things are sentimental to me and to the girls because that's something that we've done all their lives, and we would go, into that particular restaurant that she took us to today, and we would sit down and we would talk or whatever and enjoy everything. But the day before, what we would do is like on paydays, I would take the girls one payday, we might go shopping and everybody get something. And I'm a couponer, okay? So we would always get these coupons that were I want to say they were $10 at Dots, the store called Dots. Oh yeah, struggling with homeschooling. Um, there was a store called Dots, and I think the coupon was $10 off a $30 purchase or something like that. So I would at work I would print off a whole bunch of them, and so I would give all the girls a coupon for the $10 off, and give them $20. So they would end up coming out of the store with a whole cute little outfit for the top, the bottom, and maybe socks or earrings or little whatever. And the whole goal of it was to see what all you could get for that $20 and that coupon. And so it taught them about couponing. As a result of it, my oldest daughter is an extreme couponer to now. She's doing classes on it. And the other ones, they, hit or miss. They, if they use a coupon, they do. If not, whatever. So one Saturday we would go shopping. The other Saturday, or payday rather, I'm sorry. One payday we would go shopping. The other payday we'd go to a bookstore, Walden, Barnes and Nobles, whatever, and we'd get a book. Yeah, I would buy all of the girls a book. We come home that evening, that Friday evening, and turn off everything. Put on some jazz or gospel at a bare minimum where you could barely hear it. Most of the time, it would be jazz, something that they wouldn't be snapping and popping and getting distracted by. But we turn the jazz music or the gospel on real, real low, light candles, and we would all sit in the same room and read whatever book we read, purchased that day. So the next day, which was that Saturday morning, we would go to that restaurant my daughter took us to today, and we sit down and talk about what we read. We'll go over the book and anything else. We'll talk about everything. We laugh and joke, and I do the stuff I always do: change my voice, go into different characters, act silly or whatever. But as a result of that, we created that bond, you know. But then everybody started getting grown and going their different ways and start going off to college. And yes, I love it. Going off to college and stuff like that. And then we don't do it anymore. So when she did it today, she said, Mom, you want to go to breakfast? And I was like, sure. So she took us to that spot. And it just really, really felt good. But I missed the other girls not being there. Now I have boys, but my boys are not my biological children. So when they left, when their dad left, and he took them when he packed his clothes up, he packed my boys up and he took them. But they still call me mom. They have children now. The children are my grandkids, and the kids still come over. They still call me. I talked to one of them last night. They're still my babies, but my daughters are not controlled by anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but even with the boys, when the boys, I would get them some weekends and they would come. And I take them out too because it was something that we did with their dad as well. When we were married, we always went out to eat, but that was just on really Saturdays because I never been a person that like consistently ate out of restaurants. I always cook at home, always a full meal, always dessert, everything. So yeah, it was good memories today. It was good in my daughter, but I had strawberry pecan pancakes. Oh my god, they were so good. And I had that scrambled eggs and I forget what kind of meat I had. What kind of meat did I have? And you know what? Y'all pray for me, please, because I'm starting to get really forgetful and I don't like that. I'm getting really forgetful. Like I really can't. Oh, I know what I had, and I know why I can't remember what I had is because I didn't eat it. I didn't get to it. I was so full from the pancakes. I didn't eat it. Now, if I'd have ate it, I probably would have remembered. But pray for me because I'm really getting forgetful. And the odd thing about it is that I work taking care of our Alzheimer's patient. That's not good. Because what if I forget that I'm there to remember, help her to remember what she's forgotten? I don't want to forget to remember to remind her what she forgot because I forgot what to remind her of. You know what I'm saying? No one do it. But, you know, I think it's just because I'm busy and overwhelmed with some stuff, but I don't want my mind to go. I want to always be able to take care of myself. I don't want to have to depend on anyone to take care of me. I want to take care of me myself. And I pray for y'all to the same thing. Yeah. I want to have to depend on anybody for my health and well being. No. Because, see, like, some people, they were like, without telling the family business or anything like that. But mom is only bathed maybe a couple times a week because you know, that's when the daughter that she will let bathe her, even though she fights her, that's when she can do it, you know? I can't imagine me not being able to bathe every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, I'm a big girl. I don't want to be walking around for no, hmm, set this work. No, I want to be able to do those things myself. Keep my mind. I want to be able to walk. I want to be able to remember. I want to be able to communicate and to care for myself. I don't want to be a prisoner in my own mind. You know what I'm saying? Stuck babbling because I'm, my mind can't remember how to process words or how to create sentences or how to chew, how to walk, and that you're not supposed to take strip your clothes off and walk through the house, a house full of family, a house full of company, or something like that. And unfortunately, that's what some of these patients are going through, you know? And it's really sad. And then they cry because they can't remember, or there's something there, but they can't remember what it is. Whoa, and they get frustrated. And my patient, the last night, she just said, I'm dying, I'm dying. I was like, baby, no, you're not dying, you're fine, and I just sit and I hold her. And then she goes, what? Did you, did you get and I feel for her because you can tell by her body language and by her children and her home and everything that she was once this very functional individual, and she raised her children by herself because her kid's father, which was her husband, left her and went on and fooled around on her and married the person he fooled around her on and all of this and that. But you can tell that she's got little artifacts all around the house that she painted and that she put together and little things like that. And now she can't even remember who's who, what this is for, and that you shouldn't do this. And she's doing things that maybe you would see a new toddler doing or getting into. And I just pray for people like that, and I pray that God, each and every one of you guys in and out of this live, that God will keep you in perfect peace as you keep your mind stayed on Him, and that God will allow you to to have your right mind, your right train of thought, all functional activity of your limbs, and a reasonable portion of your health and strength, that God will allow your health and strength to continue to be dominant throughout your years. And I mean that with all my heart. I mean that. And there's nothing like it, watching someone deteriorate or decline. And that was the biggest thing about my daddy, to watch this big strong man go from this big strong man who I revered and respected, go from this big strong person to this person that depended on me every day and who was afraid unless I was there with him, because I was now his protector. My daddy was that guy. He was that man that would protect me and make sure nobody hurt me or whatever, as much as he was aware of. And now, oh, am I? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to have you falling out. I'm just saying that we got some stuff to pray for, y'all. Or I'm trusting God to keep keep your mind, to keep it all together for you. That's all. I'm not trying to make you feel sad because, I'm glad I was able to be here for my daddy. And guess what? The crazy thing about it was I was picking him up, lifting him and everything, and I had just had my hip replaced. But I had to do it. I didn't have time to think about me. I didn't have time to think about me. All of the pain and stuff that I was, honey, I'll pop that pain pill and go for it. Pick my daddy up. My email address is actually it's in my description. It should be, but it's SIS just like my name, Sis-Lo, 2008 at gmail.com. Sis-Lo 2008 at gmail.com. Um, your daddy was your everything, the strongest of the strong, and you held him. Yup, yup. Actually, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened the night my daddy passed. Yes, that's it. Thank you, babe. Um, as my daddy passed, I stayed at the hospital. We were at the hospital, and I'm daddy's girl. Always have been. Um, and my dad knew that losing him was gonna take a toll on me. He knew it. He already knew how it was with my mother, because my mama was like, that was my road dog, and my mother was my. And I look so much like her. But my daddy knew, because he used to, even in his sick bed, he was in and out of his awareness. He would try to comfort me. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm sorry, beautiful. He was like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I says, Dad, you'll be fine, Daddy. I don't want to talk about. It's okay. Come here, come here, come here. And he hugged me, hold me, or whatever. And we had a song that my dad taught me. Actually, we were watching the Jackson 5, and they were getting ready to go up. And Michael Jackson started singing, You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. So I'm sitting at the foot of the bed watching, and I said, You and I was nationwide. I didn't know what I was saying. My daddy cracked up because he was like, No. So he said, Listen. And he taught me the words. So I would always sing it to him. All from that point all the way to now. So I would start singing that song to him or what have you, and sometimes during singing it, this was before he even got really. I just lose it. Start crying. Oh, girl, come here. Everything is fine. So he was finding himself comforting me. So when he got ready to make his transition, I told the kids because he was holding on. I told my daughter and my brother, I said, I'm going to go home and cut my son's hair. I knew that when I left, my daddy was going to pass because he was holding on because I was there. But it was not doing anything but making him suffer that much more. So I left. I don't think I was going a good hour, and my daughter called and she said, Ma, granddad's gone. And I was like, I'm on my way. I knew it was what it was happening. Um, Even though I physically lost my daddy that day, I really lost my dad sometime before that. Um, it hurt him for his daughter to have to bathe him and change him and things like that. That hurt his pride, even though he was in and out of awareness. When he would be aware of his surroundings, he said, I'm sorry. Daddy, don't be sorry. I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, Dad, you spend all your life taking care of me. And even when I was going through it, my husband walked out on his family. You still took care of my grown self and my babies, and you did everything. I said, it's the very least that I could do is to take care of you. I wouldn't have it any other way. He did not want to go in a nursing home, and I wasn't sending her. I didn't. I didn't care what. My life was dedicated to taking care of my daddy, and that's what I did. And then my daddy passed away. My hero was gone. My mom had left. My baby sister, I watched her die. So I watched best friends and everything. So 8 months, almost to the day, my dad died on March the 19th. So 8 months later, on December the 18th, my baby brother, my baby brother passed away. And it hurt me so bad with him because he didn't have to die. My brother died from AIDS, but he didn't have to. But he just couldn't bring himself to take the medications. There were so many. The medicines made him sick. Mentally, he was overloaded. And so he succumbed. But even though he passed away, it wasn't something that I wanted to see, but it was something that he prayed. He said, God, either heal me or take me because I'm tired of suffering. And he said, heal me or take me. And my brother, we were both sexually abused when we were little. And my brother was sexually abused to the point by a male cousin, to the point to where later on he hid his preferences because he thought people would judge him for it. That's why it angers me when people try to shame people who are gay, whether they are flamboyantly gay or whether they are down low or whatever they want to call it. They do it for different reasons because they feel like if they are want to be themselves, that someone's going to shame them about it. So my brother hid it. He was bisexual, but he hid it because he didn't want people to judge him and to talk about him. And he was a Christian and he could sing his butt off. Like my brother is an actor, a writer, a singer. He could cook. He had one son and he was ashamed because he didn't want his son to have this in his mind that my dad's gay and people say because he's gay and this, that, and the other, or bisexual, or whatever the case may be. But before he passed away, he got up the bravery to tell his son what was going on with him. And actually, they got a little closer. And I'm grateful for that, for the time that they did get to spend in a positive light because my brother was honest about it. But I feel bad for those people who feel like they have to hide their sexuality because people will judge them. You know what I'm saying? And people will make them feel bad. People are living a lie. I've seen people get married and male and female get married and have children and do all these things to appease other people, but they were so unhappy. that it made them evil. It made them angry. They were just unhappy. They had children and the children were beautiful. They wanted to be married. They wanted to have kids. They didn't want the opposite sex. They wanted the same sex. But they did opposite sex because that's what was the norm and that's what was acceptable. And that's what mama wanted or daddy wanted. So some of them got so depressed that they let it go. And my brother just, it was almost like a long journey to suicide. You know what I'm saying? It was like a suicide, but the long way, you know, instead of a quick bullet to the head or drop some pills or something like that. He suffered because he refused to take his medications. He refused to go to the doctor like he was supposed to. And the only time he ended up going to the hospital was when he had no other choice. When he had a stroke or, he couldn't walk and he got so sick he couldn't stand up and couldn't keep anything in his stomach or on his stomach or those types of things. But, my heart goes out to people like that. You shouldn't have to hide your truth. You shouldn't have to hide who you really are. Who has the right to judge you? Who's to tell you what your truth is? What your identity is? If my name is Sis-Lo, it's Sis-Lo. Whether you like that name or not, that's my name. That's who I identify as. And nobody else has the right to say, oh, well, I shouldn't come after the S. It should come, cut it. It's whatever I say it is because I'm me and that's it, you know. And maybe things are not always the way that the world deems it normal to be as. But sometimes, you just have to let people be. Let people be. Let them be who they are. Because I'd rather you be an unhappy you because of me being a happy me being an unhappy me, and you still a miserable you because I don't nothing make you happy anyway. You know what I'm saying? It happens. So many people, we try to please so many people, and I don't care who all you try to please, somebody's gonna be unhappy. It happens. That's the way of the world, you know? So, I didn't mean to make this about that. I don't know. But amen. Somebody needed to hear it, I guess. You know? Somebody needed to hear it. Be happy with who you are. Live your life. Live your truth. Live it to make you happy because you can't be somebody else. You can't. You can't. You got to be you and be a happy you. Find whatever makes you happy. Find your niche. Run with it. Because there's somebody out there that's going to love you for being who you want to be, who you were created to be, and not for you living a lie. There are some people right now today trying to justify themselves, trying to get approval from people, trying to prove themselves. And they're not happy still because other people don't believe them. So they are going above and beyond trying to prove themselves. And the other people still ain't believing it, still ain't happy, or whatever. And they still out here trying to prove themselves. Leave it alone. Live your life. Be you. Let it go. It's not going to change anyway. You're going to drive yourself crazy trying to answer the man. Answer to God. Let God be the truth and every man be a liar. That's how they go. Okay, my soapbox is away. Didn't mean for that to happen. But I love y'all. I see, I got a few people still in here, but thank you for the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I missed somebody's comment though. A few, I love y'all. Thank you so much, y'all, for crying all over your good blood. Mama, you are a mess. You are all you mess up your makeup. I sorry, Puka Snoop. I sorry. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Let them all rest in peace in Jesus' name. Thank you, Mama Six. You are such a sweetie. I love you so much. Okay, baby, go ahead, enjoy. I'll be over there to see your show. Hey, Yolanda, you know what? You know why you here? Because you love me, and I love you too. I love you too. I'm so glad you're here for me, girl. We gotta, girl. I got to talk up to you about something, but I can't talk to you about it on here because it's a little personal. Like, not too personal. You know what I'm saying? But girl, I have something that I think you'd some news that I think, or not news, but some information to share with you that I think would be beneficial to you. Like Popeye don't know. I gotta call her. I gotta call her. My niece. I gotta call my niece. So guess what I'm about to do? I've been on here over an hour. I'm gonna end it for a minute because my throat's extremely dry. I gotta go get me something to drink. When I come back, the next time I come back, I don't know when that's gonna be. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe at 3 or 4 in the morning. During there. But when I come back, it's gonna be not like this. It's gonna be fun. But I think somebody need to hear. What you think, Yolanda? Don't you think somebody out there might need to be blessed by that? Take care of yourself. May God bless you and keep you in perfect peace as you keep your mind stayed on Him. Amen, amen, amen. And they make that exchange. Your beauty for ashes. You know what I'm saying? Your oil for mourning and for the spirit of heaviness put on a garment of praise. Get your praise on. Glory to God. So we're gonna find us a top 10 to do. You never sent me that information to do the prank. And I was looking forward to that. Okay? Don't forget, I gotta go get me something to drink. I am extremely thirsty and I'm kinda hungry. I'm kinda hungry. I really am. Okay. So I'll be back. Yolanda, I'll be calling you in a few, okay? Answer your phone because I got to talk to you about something real quick and it won't take long at all. Okay? You gonna answer your phone, woman? And to whoever else is left out there, hey, I don't know who that is. If you want to throw up a hand and say goodnight, that'd be nice. Whoever else is in there other than Yolanda. Okay. All right, Yolanda. Yes, ma'am. Because you know you don't answer your phone, right? But I'm guilty too. So I ain't gonna lie. And preach say, with your no calling back self. I said, no, it's not intentional. It's really not intentional. Okay. Love you. Talk to you in a minute. I love y'all on purpose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Mwah.